Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to American Falls by Lancyboi. Ooh, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Feels weird. I feel like it's been almost a week. I guess it has almost been a week since we last got together. But hey, we're back playing some Farming Simulator, picking up pretty much where we left off. Actually, the next day from where we left off. We worked into the night last time we got together to finish that other foraging contract. And you know what, I was looking around, I was thinking about returning our equipment and collecting on it because I want that cash in the bank. But I got to looking and there was a $26,000 forage job just waiting for us to do, and that's gonna be nice extra little chunk of change. Plus it pays for our loaner equipment. I always like to try and squeeze out as much as we can out of our loaner equipment from our contracts. So I figured, you know what the heck, let's just do it. So that's what we're doing. We've got some soybeans, a perfectly good field of soybeans that apparently they'd rather have foraged than harvested. So I will oblige them on doing that. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday, happy beginning of the week. Oh my goodness, weekends go so fast. They're just a blip and they're done. What a shame. What a complete shame. Before we get started, I want to welcome FS22 and Rise Country Roleplay. Matthias, I think that's how you would pronounce that. Matthias, welcome to the channel as well. And I'm going to make an assumption that it's White Light 56 with a missing I. So it's Light 56. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I think it's White Light 56. All three, welcome to the channel. So glad to have you along. Thanks for your subscription. As always, it's nice to get new people joining us. Let's dig in. Let's get this going. And let's break in the law. And we're going to go a little fast. We're gonna go above the set speed of the harvester, I think. Because we've got that mod and we can do it. And if I hit the correct button, there we go, buddy. Oh, now we're cooking with cooking gas. I'm a little rusty. So yeah, no big news, I guess. I mean, nothing special, at least on the home front here at the remote global, the satellite office, of RQS Gaming headquarters, which of course is a subsidiary of the RQS International Gaming Conglomeration Incorporated that has been spread out through the upper North American continent. I honestly don't know where any of my board members are at. I've not heard from them in quite some time. So I am going to assume no news is good news. Chad is gone. The house seems empty without Chad. Yeah. I had to put his crate away. I put away all of his toys. His little bumbo chair that he liked. All of his Baby Einstein videos, everything that was Chad is now been put into storage. He's going to be in Italy with his beautiful, beautiful bride, Gwen's Italian cousin. Hopefully they are enjoying each other's company as we speak, and that's all I will say about that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is kind of weird not having the old Chadley around. If nothing else, I could get some work out of him. I mean, he was just an intern. But boy, that boy could clean a bathroom. I'll tell you what, he could clean a bathroom. It was like he was born to be a bathroom cleaner. You give him a roll of paper towels and some Windex, and he's a stinking maestro. He was like, what's that dude, Picasso? He's like He's like a Picasso with some bathroom cleaner. He was pretty amazing, pretty epic. What is this? Just a little pathway, is it? Yeah, I guess it is just a little 2-tracking pathway. It's a little moist. Oh. Okay, well, that's interesting. Just runs up to the railroad tracks there, I guess. I'm not really sure what the idea behind it is, other than muddying up my boots. Now I got to take my shoes off before I get back into the forage harvester here. I see moisture throughout the, Oh, this must be that... Yeah, it rained all last night. So I think I understand why we're seeing some puddle action. I'm going to assume it's those REA, those realistic mods kicking in. That's at least my assumption. REA Dynamic Dirt. Number of low spots created, 133. Well, I think we just found some of those low spots. That error right there, I have looked into that error. I don't understand what the issue is. I think it's a map thing from the best I can gather, so probably not much I can do to get rid of that particular error. It happens once pretty much every time I play, and then that's about it. Doesn't seem to really impact the game at all. So I guess I'm not going to worry about it too much. This is one of those freaky fields where where the farmer just didn't want to cut down some trees to make it one nice big field. Because I can tell you right now, that's the first thing I would do, is these trees would go bye-bye. The squirrels and the birdies could all find a new home. So what do you all think about these no news is good news from Giants? I don't know why it was speculated that we would hear something about the next version of the game at the end of April. I'm not sure why that date was picked. I don't know, was it April 25th? Is that what the date was that I was hearing? But nothing at all. Nothing at all. All we got was kind of a bummer of a DLC. And boy, is it getting ripped on. Holy cow. I don't think I ever remember any other DLC getting absolutely railed on than this Farm Production Pack DLC. It's gotten a little brutal almost. And I think it's, and I don't know if it's, I think if there was an announcement made for the next version of the game, I think people would have their eyes on something else, or their mind would be busy on something else. But since we're all just kind of hanging out, and this game is going to be going on, well, I guess it's 2 years old. Would it come out at the end of 22? The end of 21 it came out. 23. Yeah, it's over 2 years old. People are starting to get antsy for the next version. I think that's fair to say. And then along comes this DLC, what supposedly is going to be the last paid DLC for Farming Simulator. I don't even know if that's true. That's what I've heard. And it was just kind of a dud. It's like that, when, well, I don't know. I was going to say when you're a kid, but I do remember when I was a kid and buying firecrackers. The cheap ones, not anything fancy schmancy, but the ones that were kind of came in a box or something on a string, and you'd light one end and then get a bunch of bangs. And there'd always be a couple, 2, 3 duds. in there. And I kind of feel like that's how people are feeling about this DLC. It's like announced with a bang, and unfortunately, I think the wick was a bit wet. I think the wick's a bit wet. I have heard that they've been working on and indeed have corrected some issues with it, but there are still some larger issues that have not been addressed as of yet, to my understanding. The multi-million-dollar egg crates, for instance, I guess is still a thing. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I kind of like this this dynamic dirt or whatever's causing these puddles. I'm actually not minding it. It's kind of nice. Kind of adds a little bit of realism to the field because of the rain that we had. Now, I don't know if that puddle, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to assume it'll go away after an hour or two of in-game play. I would think it would drain away. I mean, if it's just a permanent puddle, then man, you know, kind of blah. We're selling our forage at the same place that we sold it for our last field. We're selling it back at that bale sell point, so I think we know where that's at. Let's see if we can get this little thing out of our way. It's gonna get old having to drive through here all the time. Kind of nip it out. See if we can just kind of nip it out. We'll come back and get that missing stuff later. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I think my guess is as good as yours, as good as anybody's, as to what to expect for the next version. I find it hard to believe that it's going to be another year. I have to think we're going to see another version at the end of this year, which will be called 25. And it should be released, I would think, sometime in November. I thought they were sticking with the even numbers for their main game. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll switch to odds. Maybe they just don't care. How odd though, right? I mean, to not hear anything. It's almost kind of concerning. Like, I play this game on iOS, and it's not something I play a lot, but I've been playing it for quite some time, off and on. It's kind of one of those games on the mobile device that you just check in every day and collect your free stuff and help out your clan, you know, and then maybe spend a few minutes. You never give them any money because you're not that into it. But I've been playing it forever. It's this Disney Heroes. I forget what it's called, but it's got Mickey and... No, wait. Does it have... Yeah, it does have Mickey. It's got Mickey and Donald and a bunch of Disney characters. The whole Disney franchise, right? And they announced this past week that they were canceling the game. That the game was going away. I don't know why that seemed so weird to me that a developer just said, you know what, we can no longer, how'd they put it? We can no longer maintain the desired quality and experience of this game or something like that. Financially is, I think, the gist and they will be shutting it down. They've already turned off all in-game purchases, and they have pretty much shut off, I think, all multiplayer too. You can continue to play and spend whatever currency and diamonds you have, and then I guess it's just going to be, it's right now it's unavailable on the App Store, so you can't even download it. And I guess sometime in July, I think it is, they are going to completely turn it off. Done. You'll launch the game and it'll just say, sorry, thanks for playing. And I guess it was kind of unexpected. I guess I kind of unexpected because, one, it's a fairly large game as far as things you can do. It seems like it's as good as any other game I've played on iOS, where basically you collect characters and they battle against each other, turn-based or whatever they call them. Plus you have some multiplayer stuff where you can challenge other players and whatnot. You just keep gearing up your heroes. And I just thought, man, that's it. I guess I'm going to free up some more space on my iPad. Fortunately, I mean, I can't even imagine. The in-game purchases were outrageous. Expensive. I guess like any other, man, I am oftentimes absolutely amazed at the price that they are asking for some of these in-game purchases. Like, it's completely not unheard of to see packs that cost $50, $75, $100. I think there's even a pack that's like $150. Who buys this stuff? Who does this? Who lays down? Okay, let's just start even with $50. Who drops $50 on an in-game purchase for a mobile game? That boggles my mind. That truly does. And it makes me think, I guess it makes me feel old. It makes me feel old. Honestly. I just noticed something. I think we need to speed up our time, Brad. Hanging out there, a little cheaty on 1X. Shame, everybody knows your name. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to bump off. We're going to penalize ourselves some time here. There we go. That'll work. I think that'll do the job. An hour and a half? Sure, why not? But who in the Sam Hill does that? I mean, my kids will ask me, they know better than to ask me for $50 for a game. I mean, if I'm buying a game, that's a different story. I know games are expensive nowadays. A lot of games are $50, $60, $70. I've accepted that, I guess is the best word I can use. I've accepted that. But once I own the game, I own the game. Now, I know mobile games, this one's free, so I get that. What do they call it? Pay to play. And it's free, which is cool. And if I really get into a free mobile game, if I really like it, I will throw some money at the developer. It's just kind of, it's not going to be $50, okay? It's going to be a $5 pack. Maybe I've thrown $10. But who is writing these people $50, $75, $100 cash money checks or what? Who's doing this? Somebody is, evidently. I just can't even imagine. If I threw $100 bill at one of these game developers, one of these mobile app ones, right? I had better, like, it better be one of those, okay, you got it all. We'll bring out some new stuff that you won't have to keep you fighting, but you're pretty much going to be, you know, Lord of the Manor now at this point. You know, King of the Castle. King of the Castle, master of your domain. For $100, I better have a say in what the development of this game's going to be. I can't even imagine. It just cracks me up. But I know there are people out there that do this, and I guess maybe it's jealousy that's driving me right now. I'm just jealous that people have that kind of disposable income, that they can just do that. And you know, I want this new character. They're an epic character. I don't want to have to work for it. In fact, a lot of times you won't even get it no matter how hard you work for it. You got to pay, right? I mean, some of them you have to pay. If you want them bad enough, you know, good luck. And I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I pay enough. I pay dearly. That trailer is just... I don't know what that trailer's doing. But yeah. I pay for my Xbox Gold Elite Destiny pet. Well, I don't know what even they call it anymore. But I give Microsoft my monthly fee because my kids want to play online. They want to play their Xbox games, you know, multiplayer and whatnot. And it's kind of nice because you get a pretty decent list of free games every month. And their PC available as well, which I think is pretty cool. Not all of them, but a lot of them are cross-platform. So my kids can throw it on their PC or their Xbox, and I can even do the same. It's family. It's a family thing, right? So I don't feel quite so bad about that. And then there's your streaming. You know, you got to pay for any kind of streaming. Your Netflix, Hulu, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and my favorite. I love the fact that how sneaky, excuse me, how sneaky Amazon is with their stuff. I pay for Amazon Prime. But I still get the commercials. There's still commercials. They got that snuck in. They started with commercial-free content, and then they started doing this freebie. I don't know if any of you have Amazon, if you're familiar with freebie, but freebie came along, and freebie was like free, but with some commercials. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. But then I started noticing there were an awful lot of titles, movies and television shows on freebie, and not so many on Amazon Prime. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. And now you're just screwed regardless. You're going to get commercials regardless. You can have Amazon Prime, and I mean, they're not horrible. There's not a ton of them, but you know, thanks Amazon, because that's the first thing I want are ads when I'm paying for a streaming service. It's exactly what I want. In fact, I don't see enough ads. And I don't know how effective they are because they're the same stinking ads over and over again. And it must be the YouTube channels that I watch, because they're the same ads all the time. And I just don't know how effective that can be for these advertisers. They must have some effectiveness, but you know, today, before we get into the show today, or get into our video today, let me talk to you about stinking NordVPN. Or what's that home food delivery deal? And it's just unbelievable. Ads. The bane of my existence. I'm lost. Where are we at? Oh yeah, way over here. Okay. Fortunately, with I guess with my Xbox, Microsoft, I guess you would say, family account thing, EA games are free, I guess, or something like that. My kid was freaking out because he could play this new, I think it's new, this new Star Wars game that's out that he is absolutely in love with. He keeps telling me like how amazing the fighting is in the game and how good this is and that is. I guess he likes it a lot. I haven't played it. I might download it and take a look at it. But he was super excited about the fact that that was free because he didn't have to ask me for... Because I think if you buy it, I think I saw it was $70, I think. And there was a special edition that was like over 100. Crazy town. Crazy town. I guess I should have gotten into a different area of computers. Maybe I should have been a game developer, for goodness sakes. We're getting to that time where school is going to be wrapping up again for a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot more hoodlums, and what do they call hoodlums and rough malfeasance, ruffians, I don't know what word I'm looking for. But the little Rugrats are going to be out now all summer. They should have school all year round. You go to school all year, 7 to 5. I used to love summer break. That was the best part of school, right? Was waiting for summer break, and then just that last day of school was the best. Absolutely the best. Just knowing that you had like 3 months where you could just do nothing. And I know with my parents, that lasted, I think, until I was 16. So what is that, a sophomore? Yeah, I think I was a sophomore. I graduated when I was 17 because of the way my birthday kind of landed, but they were pretty much, they weren't, you're 16, go get a job, but they were, if you want gas money, if you want to be able to drive a car, if you want to be able to do these things, you're going to have to work. We're not going to be writing you a check every month. So I quickly figured out that if I wanted to go out with my friends and actually have fun, and it costs money, I needed to make that money. Isn't that just a crazy concept that you have to work in order to make money? That's just insane. I know I sound like one of those grumpy old men deals, but it was still amazing. It was still summer. It wasn't school. And work could be part-time, so it wasn't like I was getting up at, 8 o'clock in the morning or getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to a job and blah, blah, blah. It was still, it was part-time. It was usually something like some kind of stinking retail job. I never did fast food. I don't know how I escaped that or how I didn't get the fast food thing. My sisters did. I think both of them. My brother, I don't think he ever did fast food. It's Monday, celebratory stogie time. I remember my sister coming home stinking like nasty grease because she worked at McDonald's. But she would bring home their Sunday toppings. And when I say bring home Sunday toppings, I'm talking about gallon jugs of the fudge topping and the strawberry topping. I don't know if McDonald's still does that or what they do with their Sundays now, but boy, that used to be stinking epic. But her clothes stunk like grease. It's kind of nasty. Then I remembered later on in life, she got a job at Taco Bell as just kind of a side job. After she got married, it was just kind of a bringing some extra cash into the house because they were building a new house and I think they just wanted some extra money. Building a house isn't cheap and so on and so forth. And so she was working at Taco Bell and she would one night she was working the drive-thru. I'm pretty sure she worked the drive-thru pretty regularly, and I guess some dude came through the drive-thru and decided to show her his chalupa, if you know what I'm saying. Just what can I get for you, sir? I'll take a couple of your hard shell tacos, maybe a couple of soft shell supremes, and while I'm at it, here's my chalupa. And she freaked out, of course, because you're not really expecting that. I would say most likely not expecting it. At least I don't think most drive-through workers are expecting to see somebody, showing off their John Thomas. And I guess she was kind of freaking out, and the dude drove away. They called the cops. Honestly, don't remember if they ever caught him. I got a kick out of it. I think I laughed. I may have been hospitalized. I laughed so hard on that one. Oh my gosh, it was just, the way she told the story was, it was just amazing. So I don't know. But then I laughed at a lot of stuff when I was that age, and that was probably fairly inappropriate, which things haven't really changed all that much, We're getting close to 100 percentile here. In fact, I bet we can. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and we'll just get this little guy done here. And we'll kill that. Where are we? Oh, okay, there we go. We're going to drop you off there. Let's spin you around, buddy. Look at his little pipe following the trailer. There's my little pipe. My little pipe's following the trailer. Oh, what you going to do now, pipe? Oh, you're going to go that way. I tricked you, didn't I? Where's the trailer? Find the trailer. There you go. Yeah, you guys missed me, didn't you? Right. All right, let's grab the old Bergman. I don't even know how I would react. Like, for me, for the most part, I'm hard to offend. I'm a difficult person to be offended. I kind of have just kind of my sense of humor is probably kind of twisted, and I have a hard time being offended by most things. It's just, for me, humor is humor, and I really don't take anything personally that way. But I'm thinking, if I'm, working the old graveyard shift, Brad, make an effort. If I'm working the old graveyard shift at Taco Bell and some dude comes along and whips out the old I don't know, what would it be, the old tamale, the chalupa, what are those things called that what are those things called that have the hard shell and soft shell? I forget what I forget what they're called now. I'm only going to get in trouble the more I pursue this, but yeah. I think I would laugh more than anything. Let's set a destination. Let's see if this person has the ability to haul this out for us. Oh, they're going to go for it. Sweet. Oh yeah, run right over that. Lay some odds. What do you think? 50-50? 90-10? I think my pipe's broken. Oh, no. It found it. Alright. Let's get some. Let's get this field stinking finished off. Yeah, I don't know how I would react. I probably, if I would hope that I would have something available, like maybe some hot coffee, or something that I could, chuck at it. So I figure, you know what? If you're gonna, if you're gonna take it out, then you should expect also the unexpected, right? I think that is a societal thing. You know what? Look at the frame rate. It's the same thing that happened last time as soon as I grabbed this Bergman. And I don't know if it's the Bergman or what, but every time I do this, the frame rate goes to pot. I think it's gotten better now. We can kill the lights. That probably will help. The worker has finished their task. Are you for real? Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, that surprises me more than having somebody crank out their chalupa at me. I can tell you that much. The fact that this person actually made it. Contract 80%. Mm-hmm. See, I didn't touch anything, but it does that every time. I don't know why it does that. All right, giddy up. We're going to set a destination for you, my friend. I probably don't need you, but I do want you back so you can do some more hauling. Let's see if they make it. Kind of handy. Pay them $50. I made the mistake of listening to Rock Lobster. If you're not familiar with that song, don't get yourself familiar Don't do yourself a favor and don't listen to it. An old B-52 song. It came up on my YouTube feed and my music feed, and I'm like, why are they suggesting Rock Lobster? And the only thing I can ever think of when I think of that song now is Family Guy and Peter Griffin singing Rock Lobster, if I remember right. But yeah, I listened to it. Now I've got in my brain. Yeah, frame rate is just taking a dump ski. Look at that. It's awesome. We're in the 40s, almost certainly. All right, let's get this one little last chunk. Our little soldiers should be showing up here pretty soon, I think. Oh, here they come. I think I see them. Yeah, they're figuring it out. You go. Dang. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're done? Yeah, they're done. All right, let's pipe in. Let's get this little guy out of the way. Let's get rid of you. I'm thoroughly impressed that they have, without issue, managed to negotiate their path back to us, to the sell point and back to us. That's not bad. That's probably better than I could do. So let's see how they did this. So they went out here. I'm pretty sure they just said, screw it, we're just going to cut through. And we'll get onto the old highway here. That's what we're going to do. I don't think I missed... I know I missed some spots here and there. But hopefully not enough to make our contract incomplete. I kind of wanted to get this stinking contract done. Get my AWB out here. Getting a little parched. A Rock Lobster. What a weird song. And I think the poor little lobster kind of has a moment where he kind of goes down and he's sinking to the bottom, but then he gets revived and comes back up to once again perch on his rock. I don't know if that's right or not. Yeah. I don't think we made a penny off of this deal. Extra, that is. Okay, then. I guess that about does it. A Rock Lobster. Now, I think there is one more contract for foraging if we want to get crazy. $13. It's a pretty small job. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, just as long as we return our equipment and complete our contracts by midnight tonight, it's not going to hurt to keep it. Plus, it'll be nice to have a nice one big, just have one nice big paycheck come in. Right now, we're looking at the 23 plus the 40. Was it 23 plus, what is it? 42, 26, so about 60, about 70 grand almost, minus the leasing. So we should be sitting around 65,000, I think, somewhere around there. Plus, if we do this last jobber, we'll be in pretty stinking good shape. All right, everyone. I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for joining me once again. It's nice to be with you all once again. When we meet again, we will be finishing up October. I need to take a quick peek too and see. I don't think we have anything that we need to sell this month. We've got sorghum. So that's January. And I know we've got a bunch of bales. So we've got a bunch of silage that we're going to be able to sell at some point. But I think silage also waits for... Where is silage? I think that waits for the winter months as well. Yeah, January. Okay. So we've got a bit before we can sell all our goodies. Let's go back to the farm, take a quick peek at what's going on here. Oh yeah, I never did put these bales away. Should probably do that. They're still fermenting. And our grass is growing. What did we plant? We planted alfalfa. That's right. Okay. So we've got a couple alfalfa fields that we're going to hopefully be able to bale up and turn into silage as well, because there wasn't much else we could do with them at the time. So we'll keep an eye on those. Otherwise, you all have an amazing rest of your day. If I don't see you, have a great week. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. As always, you can subscribe, become a member, and check out our Discord channel. Most importantly, though, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I'll see you all real soon. Bye for now.